Part 2! Okay, so basically what I was saying before was that Pigsley is a bad guy. And they don't do anything with this. All they really do is you're getting to this thing, this giant machine called the Leviathan. This is supposed to be the ultimate weapon. It can destroy any fortress it pleases, just like that. And when Pigsley gets on the machine, he's quite happy at the controls. He's more than happy. He's quite ecstatic. There's all this power, and at this point I thought Pigsley was going to betray them and say, you know what, I don't like yous, ta-ta. But he doesn't. In the end he helps them, and sacrifices himself. Quite noble. Here's the problem though. He must have organised the rhino boss for Monkey. He pretty much goes in there and says, oh, there's that thing we need for the machine. Go and get it, Monkey. Is there anything in there? No. Go on you go. Are you sure there's nothing? Yeah, it's just lying there. On you go, just take it. Okay. He goes in and says, oh, by the way, there's a rhino boss in there. Just, yeah, you can deal with this, can't you? And after it, the rhino boss blows up, and he thinks he's killed Monkey and Trip. He laughs, sees that Trip and Monkey is alive, and is quite disturbed by this. And they don't do anything with that. Okay, if Pigsley had said, you know what, I'm joining the machines, it wouldn't be surprising, but it would make a whole lot of sense. He was after Trip. Trip said no. Trip may or may not be into Monkey. It's never really explained in the game, but it kind of is. But Pigsley looks paranoid. He's like, oh, so Monkey was after Trip, but I was here first. I knew her. I always saw her. I looked after her, and she hasn't shown me this affection back. That's a bad guy turn. You can't just like do all that and then go, nah, it's okay, double bluff. He's gonna sacrifice himself. So I don't know. That seemed really stupid not to do anything. Okay, the bad guy turn would have been surprising as discovering 5 fingers on your hand, but sorry to keep going all this, but they don't do anything. And that's what bothers me about the plot for the second half of the game. It's mostly focused around Pigsley, and yet they don't do anything. So now I'm also going to explain the ending, but just for anybody that wants to play this game, and it's a good game. You should play it. I'll just have a cut-off point for this. I'll tell you when to turn off the video if you don't want me to spoil it. So okay. The other complaint that I have with this game is that there's too few enemies. There's the basic kind, there's a boxer kind, one with a shield, the dog, the rhino. I'm probably forgetting one or two, but that's it. And I wanted more. Like the dog one was kind of cool, and the rhino one was kind of cool, but that's mostly it. The others are kind of basic and, to be honest, not that hard. But a little more variety next time. And next time, if they are making an Enslaved 2, which I will buy if they include this, 2-player, co-op online. The game was begging for online features. And it's like, in this day and age, it wouldn't be that hard to, well, it would be hard to sell, but it's not hard to imagine it. Like, one person goes monkey, one person goes trip. They each have their own abilities, and it would have been good. It would have been a really good feature for this game. I would have played it much, much more if it had that feature, and it doesn't. And they missed out. It's a big opportunity wasted. Excuse me. And another thing, there's not, like I said, the combat is basically one combo with a few variation of moves. The thing is, the other variations of the other moves I didn't really use. Like, there's a radius attack where you spin the staff right round and it hits all the enemies around you. I never really used that, and I never really felt the need to use it. The only thing that I would really say that you needed was the focus attack. I mean, you can upgrade your health and your shield as well, but there's not that many moves, which is, again, a shame. The problem I have with this game is not necessarily that it does anything wrong. It does everything right, but it plays it very safe. It doesn't try to overcomplicate things. It doesn't try to give you an online feature. It gives you a very simple story to follow, and it kind of is a very simple story, which is not bad until the halfway point. But by the halfway point, you've done everything. There's no more combos to explore. There's nothing else to really salvage, to play for. It does nothing else. It's kind of like that thing that I was saying about in Sonic 4, where it does nothing new. And this game does nothing new. If you've ever played Prince of Persia, then you pretty much just got it. You pretty much just played Prince of Persia again. It's got a slightly better story. Maybe slightly better characters. I do like the Prince, not in Warrior Within, the emo Prince, but it doesn't do anything new. Okay, this is the cut-off point. I'll explain the ending, but first off I'll say the game's good, but get it at a budget price. It's not worth getting it just now. You're only going to get 8 hours, and if you want to do hard mode, like if you're a completist, like I'm a completist too. If I get like 60 or 70% of the trophies in the game, I usually go on and collect the rest of them to get a platinum trophy. I know I'm a trophy whore, but I got about 64, I think it was, when I completed the game, and I couldn't be bothered to collect the rest. It's not that it's a bad game, but going through it again, like, the story only lasts once. You can't just go through it again and be amazed every time. But get it at a budget price. It's good. It's really good. Like £15-20, and it's worth it. Right now, for 8 hours, it's not that bad, but a lot more could have been added to it. Okay, cut off point. Start the video now if you don't want me to spoil the ending. Okay, so the ending comes. The first thing is, I got to the pyramid, which is that thing I was talking about before, where I think it's the origins of the machines, where the machines came from. You get there, and that's the end of the game. Not entirely. You get in there, but when you're on the Leviathan and you defeat the boss on that, that's it. You completed the game. All that's left is to complete to get through the ending. That's it. The ending is, if you've ever seen The Matrix, it's kind of like that, but you're outside the Matrix. You're watching the people. They're enslaved. They've got the headbands on, and they're in this world. It's a future. It's future. It's an idealistic world. There's schools. There's homes for everybody. It pretty much seems like this, but better. This right now, but better. And then you see the original creator, and the original creator is not in CGI or computer graphics. He is in basically like this. He's talking to you in front of a camera, in live action. I don't know why they did that, and there's no real reason for it. So anyway, Monkey puts on this. He shows this mask to Monkey. He puts it on and says, "Okay, now you must look into this. Look into this world. Maybe you'll change your mind." Monkey puts on the mask. First off, it should be Trip that puts it on. Because it's her journey, basically. It's not Monkey's journey, it's her journey. And you should see how, by the end, at the end of this journey, has everything you've done been worth it? Or should you enter this world? Have you been fighting for something all this time? Or should you just let yourself be enslaved? But Monkey puts a mask on, and I don't get that. But he's obviously enjoying this world. He looks around and it seems like a really happy place. Trip has tried to get him out, and she effectively pulls out the plug from the back of the creator. And the people who are enslaved are out. The headbands turn off, and Trip ends with, "Did we do the right thing?" That's it. Now already I've seen some comments, and people are saying, "This was a great ending. This was an amazing ending," and people who don't enjoy it didn't get it. Now it's not that I did. It's the people who didn't enjoy it didn't get it. I got it. Don't get me wrong, I got it, but I didn't like the ending. And I don't know really why I don't like it. It's probably because it seems like the game could have gone on a little bit longer, and it didn't really. And when you reach the pyramid, that's basically it. That's the game. I don't really like the ending because you expect something marvellous to happen at the ending. There isn't a plot twist. You pretty much free everybody from their captivity. It's basic. You just free everybody and nothing else happens. And that's probably why I don't like it. I could be wrong. But it doesn't even leave anything for a sequel. Like, the machines might still be alive, but you freed the slaves. Anyway, hitting that 15-minute mark, so we've got to end it now. Thanks for listening, guys, and yeah, see you later.